I've adjusted the chain. It felt a bit loose. It seemed like quite loose. Well, a bit loose. And so I gave it a proper clean. Bought True Tension chain cleaner and banana grease, or whatever you got it in this can. I think I got the one that was for normal chains, not O-ring chains. So this looks like it's an O-ring chain, but I'm sure it's fine. And a brush. I actually got the True Tension brush from Helfers. It was only £7 something, so it was like one of the cheapest ones. But it looks like they all look the same. The chain brushes, very good. Like three-sided nylon brush. So I sprayed the chain, used the brush on the chain, sprayed the chain again, got all the crap off, looked quite clean, and then sprayed the chain lube on. So I feel good about the fact that I did that, because the chain looked sort of dry, sort of had sort of road dirt on it, and looked kind of not completely dry, but I can see this new style of chain lube does leave a slightly waxy film on it. Anti-fling chain lube has really come a long way since I've had to use chain lube. Last time I had a bike that had a chain, a motorbike that had a chain, my god, when was that? I think that was the old VF 500, possibly. It was. So that was like the late 80s. So everything's come. There's been milestones in technology for bikes and for maintenance and stuff since then. I don't even remember ever lubing my chain. I probably did, but I just don't remember doing it even. Did they have O-ring chains back then? No idea. Probably. It's funny, since just tightening the chain just then, it felt like the bike just wanted to go a bit quicker. It's like the power was more instant, like it wasn't taking up some slack in the chain. Could be, as long as it's not too tight. Hopefully not. Ooh, there's a lump and bump in the road. Meow. That's why you need some distance from the car in front, so you can see the road repairs, the lumps and the bumps and the drain covers. Got a chance to dodge them. If you're too close to the vehicle in front, suddenly you've got no chance, because you might not see it coming. It is quite cool today. I mean, it is quite cool. We had up to 16, 17 degrees weather a few weeks ago, I think it was. Now I think it's like 10. I haven't have a temperature thing on my bike, but this feels like 8 or 9 degrees. I mean, this is a bit chilly. Got the wind factor, there's a bit of wind going on. I was thinking of going down the A3, but I'm not going to, I don't think. Go over the hill through Farnham. Oh, this bike is so light, it's so easy to ride. The Guzzi was easy to ride, to be fair, but this is just easier. I mean, just after having such a big bike, I just really feel the difference. I like the Guzzi for all sorts of reasons. At the end of the day, it was Italian. The inevitable Italian electronics is going to bite you in the arse. I did have a bit of a problem at one point, and I did the fix for the starting because they have that not start no start problem, where there's an extra loop in the system from the starter to from the starting button via the relay. I think goes back to handlebars and back again to the starter motor or the starter relay. Because it travels all this distance, it loses a bit of voltage or whatever along the way, and then if it's a bit low on voltage, then it doesn't start. Anyway, I did a fix on that, but you know, I had to do fixes on it. You know, and it wasn't 100% guaranteed. Oh, I feel that cold on my legs already through the jeans. It definitely is. Like while you're travelling, 8 degrees, I reckon. It is nippy. And I've seen on the weather, at the moment the weather changes, of course. It's been England, being an island. They've been quite accurate with the weather lately, but it looks like all the riding possible days in the next couple of weeks are wet, which means this is my last chance for a ride today for the next 2 to 3 weeks. It won't be long after that. It's a distinguished gentleman's ride, which I'm going on. And I'm hoping to wear like a, you know, it's like a dress-up thing where you dress up smartly or poshly on your bike, and you meet up and then go for a ride. It's all for charity for men's mental health awareness and that sort of thing. And good cause, but also a nice day out, nice ride out. And it's kind of like a dress-up, so people go in cravats and jackets and stuff, and I've got like a suit jacket, shirt and tie that I'd like to wear, but I mean, if the weather's going to be really wet or horrible, that's not really going to be possible, unfortunately. I'm going to have to wear something waterproof, like this jacket. I wasn't going to wear suit trousers, obviously, or shoes. I'm going to wear the protected jeans and my boots as normal, but I would take a bit of a risk just by having a jacket in that, just a suit jacket, shirt and tie. But obviously I'll be riding very, very carefully, very sensibly. So I'm putting in advance a request for decent weather on that day in May, whatever day it is. Is it the end of May, 28th or something? I can't remember now. But it's all over the world on the same day. And it's all over this country on that day. I am going to the local one, and I'll be meeting Neil and some other friends there, Mark and Ian, and that should be really nice. So I hope it's a nice weather for us. So I'm putting an order in for good weather for that day. So I'll put the advert for Gentleman's Ride in the comments, so I'll put the date for it and a website link. So meeting at Guildford High Street on that day in the morning. I think everyone's supposed to be there 10:30 to 12 or something like that. And so anyone who wants to come along, have a look, should be lots of interesting bikes, that sort of thing. And even if you're not enjoying the gentleman's ride, if you've got a bike, I guess you can still tag along. But you can just, it's free to sign up for a gentleman's ride. Get down a bit ready. Just a little spurt overtaking. Yeah, it's free to sign up. Gentleman's ride, go online and make a donation, whatever you like. It can be as small as you like, I think, but I did £25. They sort of recommend £25, but you can put £10 in or whatever. You might even be able to put £5, I don't know. So it's not much. It all goes towards men's mental health. I'm not sure what charities the money goes to. You'd have to look that up. I can't remember offhand. So, is it a weekend? I'm sure Saturday or a Sunday. Can't remember what day it is. It might be a Saturday. Anyway, the details will be in the comments below. And if you're not near Guildford, it doesn't matter. You can find one that's perhaps nearer you. Go to the website. Enjoy it if you've got good weather wherever you are. And if you like motorbikes, good fun, a good bit of fun. I'm glad I chose to go this way. The A3 would have been really really windy, quite nippy. I feel it on my fingers a bit through the gloves. Blimey, I'm just less than 8 degrees. Got almost all my inner gloves. That's crazy. So I'm going over at Neil's, we're having a look at his Norton. Has this having this habit of working one day and then he takes it out another time. Like when we're supposed to go to Box Hill last Sunday, and he was going to come on it. I was meeting him, and then he said it started spluttering and coughing, and which is what he's done before at one time before. And so he turned around, took it back home, and got on the Vegas, and came on the Vegas.
Don't tell me I got this problem again, hold on. No. So, we've got the same problem I had before. It's not liking it. Ran perfectly yesterday. Today, not happy.
It's a shame. And he wants to take the Norton Dominator on the gentleman's ride, of course, because that's a perfect fit for that event. That would be really nice for him. He'll enjoy taking it out. And there's a lot of people that really look at the bike and really like it, really like the old bikes, and that'd be really nice for him. With a bike, be nice to see. So we're going to have a look at that today, see if we can find out what's going on. We had a fiddle with the electrics. It's got this the ignition switch, is all sorts of connections and wires, and we took it off the other week and made sure all the wires in the right place, put wires in that had come out and missing, etc. Did that, and that seems to be okay. Stuttering running problem. So the choke cable doesn't seem to do anything, so we're wondering, Neil was wondering, he could be right, if the choke slide in the carburetor is possibly moving, jumping around, and it's getting choked up when it shouldn't be. So we're going to take the carb off, have a look, because the cable is not connected or something. The cable is very weird, so we're going to have a look at that. see if there's not something we can do with that. So that's great. Since I filled up at Box Hill last week, I haven't used that much fuel, looks like. Oh, it's just gone down a notch. Look at that. As soon as I say that, it goes down a bar. So it's showing, I suppose, half a tank at the moment. I've done 87.5 miles. If that's true, then it should do 170 miles on a full tank, I suppose, but you'd be on empty. Which is probably about, I think they say it does about 190 or something at best, and I was giving it the beans quite a lot the other Sunday. So I was so that uses fuel, doesn't it? Uses more fuel than normal. So I guess it's on course for what would be, I'll work out how many miles to go it does, because I think I've recorded how many litres I put in. Well, actually, I'm just going to see, wait till it goes down to 1 bar again. It was on 1 bar when I filled up last time, and I had 123 on the clock, but I didn't push the reset on the trip meter. When I filled it up, I did it later, so I don't know how many miles I did. So this time I put trip meter right on in the garage when I filled up. So now, when I get down to one bar of fuel again, see how many miles I've done. So I'm not sure if the clutch, it's only done 14,000 miles, so you wouldn't have thought so, but you don't know how slippy on the clutch the last guy that had the bike was. The last guy that had this bike was 85 years old. Yeah, very nice chap. I bought the bike off his own little shop, one-man band, motorbike shop, and open road motorcycles, Farnborough. Highly recommend him, very nice. Easily, I bought it off he was an 85-year-old guy. He just finally couldn't ride anymore. He just got so old, he just couldn't ride anymore. That's how he got the bike off of him. You know, that's when he got the bike. And he's owned it since 2009, so since this bike was 2 years old, that guy who's 85 has had this bike, so he's had it pretty much all its life. And you can see all the old MOTs online, etc. He's done on average about 300 to 500 miles a year. He managed to do 300 miles a year. Bless him. I mean, that was keeping him happy, wasn't it? He's still managing. It wasn't much, but he knew it was in the garage or whatever, and he managed to get out and do a few miles on it in the year in a really nice weather. So it's had a really nice, easy life. It's obviously been inside because it's in such good condition. Probably, so I'm guessing he probably had it in the garage. And they told me that he had it on a battery tender all the time, all these years. Of course, it killed the battery, so as soon as he took the bike off the battery tender, the battery died. So that's what battery tenders do. They kill batteries. Better, what I do in the winter is I take the battery off the bike, I bring it inside to my home, leave it somewhere warm. I do have a battery tender, but I don't have the battery on it. I just have it somewhere warm and it's fine. And then come riding season, I just put the battery tender on it, just give it a little top up. It doesn't really need it. Last bike, and then just put it back on the bike, and that's it. As long as I get to ride the bike every few weeks, the bike should be fine.